Okay, I am back. So what I'm gonna be doing in the future, right? If we ever get into a situation, because basically what happened is we had a service drop. It was a service drop in the area where basically the service dropped, and then it just wasn't there for the moment. So what's gonna happen in the future is gonna be where basically if that ever happens, and um, let's say that the service issue happens, right? And then it just keeps happening. I always reconnect because I don't really see a problem with just restarting the stream from where you were and just picking up from that point on. We're up to like 5 episodes. Some days you have stream days where it streams all the way through with no issues, and some days you have stream days like this where it continuously drops out and you have to reconnect. But I'm not going to give up on you guys. I'm still here. The stream is still here, and we're still getting things. So, like I said, with Levante David wants 23 million for 2 years. I'm not completely sold on Levante David just yet as our left outside linebacker. I think he's great. Well, you know what though, when you look at it, I think he is going to be great because when you look at his abilities, right? The reason why he would make a good sign back to the team. And thank you to everybody that understood that we're experiencing weather issues, and that's the reason why the stream dropped out. I appreciate all of you. You guys really mean a lot to me, guys and girls, of course. Levante David plays sub linebacker just as good as Miles Jack. Okay, so having him playing a second linebacker, if anything, and then he plays, if I'm not mistaken, he plays left outside linebacker 88, so he's damn near a 90. So getting him from the Buccaneers was a good trade, and I think signing him back for $23 million for 2 years is pretty good because it's only basically like $10 million a year, and if anything, he's only going to get better. So I'd sign him for the $2 million, take it up to about 6.5, take this up to about 3.5, make the offer. I'm excited to such a great offer and stick with the team. We now have him stuck to the team. Now, Casey Hayward Jr., this is where things gets a little bit different. Casey Hayward Jr. wants $14 million for the year. We have Stephon Gilmore, and we have Darius Slay, and we have some other people. So I'm probably going to take Casey Hayward out of the lineup for this next upcoming game, and then I'm just going to see. Well, he does play. How long has he been in the game? 11 years. He plays his own 92 and 87. Uh, mm, he is. Where's he at in the cornerback rating? Top four cornerback in the NFL. Yeah. Do we have anybody else? Let me see. Is there anybody else from the cornerback room that wants to get re-signed this year? Stephon Gilmore and him. Okay. So, and then with Ioannidis, like I said, I'm not completely sold on him just yet. I don't know if he's going to end up being our pickup guy or whether I'm going to piece him together with somebody else. So I don't know yet. So I don't want to sign him up just yet. And plus, I'm going to save our money for Fletcher Cox and Josh Allen and a lot of other people that I want to pay out. So let's not go too crazy just yet. Casey's probably going to be re-signed. I think he can. I think he really can step up and end up getting re-signed. So I'm probably going to bring him back. But we're doing it, piece by piece. We have an offer submitted to Gilmore. He wants a little bit higher of a rate. Devontae is re-signed, and then for him, how much would a 2-year deal be? Well, actually, you could always sign him to the 1 year, but then you would be stuck trying to pay him the next year. So he's at 88. 2 years would be $30 million. I don't know. Like I said, that's a lot of money to start throwing around to everybody, because we got. And then Brandon Graham only wants $5 million a year. That's how you could sell. He's been in the league like 13 years. That's how you could tell his stat. He's like a 79 now and stuff like that. So we're going to breeze past that. Okay, now we need to make some adjustments. I'm gonna take Ioannidis because I think Ioannidis is playing right in, right? Okay, we're gonna take Ioannidis out, and we're gonna put Josh Sweat in because I think Josh Sweat has really stepped up and did his job. Brandon Graham, we're gonna let Josh Allen keep playing that position over there. Even though Ioannidis plays a little bit better than Javon Hargrave, we're gonna leave Javon Hargrave in and leave Ioannidis there. Not saying that he won't be playing, but I'm trying to see what the team would look like without him. Casey Hayward Jr. Like I said, he wants a good amount of money to come back. His zone coverage is 92, which is a little bit better than Darius Slay. But at the same time, like I said, it's not to say that I won't bring him back, but I do want to see what the team would look like without him on the field. So this game, I'm gonna bring in Steven Nelson in his position, just to see, do we have like a supreme problem, or can it basically be played well? Because no, you know what, he should be paid out. Because look at how well he plays the cornerback, the slot 86, and then the cornerback position. Let me see, where is it? The cornerback position, he plays it like an 88. So yeah, he does deserve to be in there. Not even just deserve to be in there. He's worked himself up to being an elite player. So once I saw him in the lineup, yeah, he can come back. I wouldn't mind having him back on the team, because if anything, he's just gonna, his stats, like, if you think about it, right, when you look at his stats aren't being increased by his morale. He has a 50 overall morale. So his 88 is a true 88. Like, that's who he is. His play recognition is 94. Zone coverage is 92. Man coverage is 87. He's playing pretty well, right? So we have an offer for $14 million a year. I would sign him up for the 2-year, take this to Ep-5, take this to 6-5, $30 million for the 2 years. That's exactly the offer I was hoping to get, and he's re-signed up. Okay, so we have him re-signed. And then, like I said, Stephon Gilmore wants to start negotiating. Wait, what? Why do I have 2 Stephon Gilmores? Can I start negotiations with this Stephon Gilmore? Oh, no, that's Matthew Ioannidis. Oh, it must have glitched. It didn't load in. I was like, what the hell? Why do I have 2 Stephon Gilmores? All right, so yeah. And then, like I said, with Josh Allen, I don't know, man. $97 million is a lot of money to ask for as a player, but he could be our left end. We could be paying our new left end, because when you look on the depth chart, right, Josh Allen could be our, because he used to play, from what I know, he used to play left and right end, right? So he's playing at 85. He's only been in the league 3 years, right? He's 5 points above Brandon Graham, and he's only been in the league 3 years. So this could be our left end that takes over for Brandon Graham. This could be the guy. And then you put Josh Sweat on the other side, so now you got speed rushers coming off the edge, right? So you can't really hold us down as much. So yeah, I like that lineup so far. So I'm not gonna make any trades. There's no trades that need to be made. Jalen Waddle. I was wondering why Waddle wasn't on the field. He got hurt. Okay, all right. I understand now. Waddle ahead of Smith-Schuster, DJ Clark. See, DJ Clark's already at 80. Okay, we're starting off well. So DJ Chark is back. Jalen Waddle is back. I was wondering what happened to him. Let me see if anybody else is injured that I need to know of. Nah, it was just him. He must have got injured in the preseason. Okay, so we beat Dallas in the beginning. Next game up is the Washington team, the Washington football team. Let's see if there's any upgrades that is coming our way. Yes, I always prefer power over speed. Andre Dillard. Let's put this on pass protector. He still is not greenlit. He's 74 and still not greenlit. Jamie Daniels. It's our strong safety. The rookie? Oh, man, he's already almost at 80? Wow. Put this on zone. I want him to learn the zone more. Wow, he's coming along great. That was a good pick at strong safety. He's already at 80. Lord only knows what he's going to be. Okay, let's get into this game. So, like I was saying, we changed the frame rate from 60 to 30. So the frame rate should be more. If you don't know what frame rates are, frames per second means that basically it changes the amount of loading time on the screen. So it changes little stutters and stuff like that. So I changed it down to 30. So we should be at a good point. Everything seems to be running pretty well. Hopefully we don't get knocked off or anything like that. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we're at 80. We are what are we? We are at 88. They're at 81. Washington has stepped up, because you got to remember, this is also the year I'm playing. This is the second year of the NFL, so the year 2022. So all the rookies that would have came out have already stepped up and became who they're going to be. We have Stephon Gilmore, superstar. Are we missing people? Hold on. there's a problem. Are we missing people? Like, is Fletcher Cox and a bunch of other people hurt or something? Because I don't see them in the lineup. Yup, Fletcher Cox got hurt with a shoulder strain. That's why I was like, I didn't see him in the lineup. All right, so if Fletcher is out, that's why I said also about Ioannidis, why I didn't want to trade Ioannidis, because, you know, Fletcher Cox is pretty old as a lineman, and Ioannidis has only been around for 6 years, and him and Hargrave can get the job done. So also what I think this did was it showed me that maybe Ioannidis is worth his money. I don't know if he wants to negotiate right now. Let me see. He wants to negotiate right now for $18 million for 2 years. He is played at Temple, top 5 defensive tackle in the league, top 10, $18 million for 2 years. I can see that, take that to Ep-5, see if he'll take it. But that's it. Okay, he wants a little bit more of his money. So, like I said, we're in negotiations with players. The only contract that's a little bit much, hold on, regional focus scouting. We have to do this. Choose regional focus scouting. Okay. So, for the scouting, I think the most important, who did I pick? I think the most important position is going to be, it was going to be middle linebacker and linebacker, but I think that scouting, I want him scouting a left outside linebacker. He can scout a left tackle. No, I don't want you scouting a quarterback. No, I want you scouting left and right ends. And then I want you scouting right guard. And then he can scout wide receiver if he wants to. But yeah, that way everything's set there, and we don't get any reports this year from random teams. So we have Ioannidis playing defensive tackle. Ioannidis is going to play defensive tackle for us today. That's why Fletcher Cox wasn't in the lineup. Multiple defense. Run balanced. Okay, so we have Stephon Gilmore, superstar X-Factor cornerback. They have Chase Young, superstar X-Factor right defensive end. We have Levante David, superstar X-Factor middle linebacker. They have Terry McClellan, superstar Terry McLaren, superstar wide receiver. They have Jonathan Allen, superstar defensive tackle. We have Brandon Brooks, superstar right guard. Jason Kelsey, superstar center. Darius Big Play Slay Jr., superstar cornerback. They have Brandon Sheffer, superstar right guard. We have Casey Haber Jr., superstar cornerback. Miles Jack, superstar middle linebacker. Lane Pave the Lane Johnson, superstar right tackle. Shaq Thompson, superstar right outside linebacker. Josh Allen, superstar right outside linebacker. Jack Fox, superstar wide receiver coming back from injury. Let's go get it, boys. We're at 88, they're at 81. Let's go. Going out here to Washington. While this is loading up, I'm going to go grab my vape.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Eagles and the football team, and it comes your way next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast.
All right, let's go.
Ready as their guys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense.
Rivalry game. Let's go.
And some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Oh, man, it's to the side. Crap.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
He didn't run it back anyway.
Not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On play action, now Garoppolo.
Get down. Ionitis.
And down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Showing why he worth his re-sign.
Quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Cover 6.
And the job becomes twice.
See, Ionitis is a very good defensive tackle.
Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, open man, Gronkowski complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Oh!
Got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington.
He just took Stephon Gilmore. He just took Stephon Gilmore.
Has taken a first quarter lead. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league.
That was my part, my fault. I didn't cover the top.
It's demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary. And you
Away team is more vulnerable to fake snaps.
On next-gen stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
71 yards through the air. They came out strong. That's something I'll be paying attention to, the deep ball.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays.
I didn't think he was going to get it. That's why I didn't worry about it. I was like, Stephon's going to knock that John down.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Come on, Brandon.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Harris. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end.
Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert, baby.
Across midfield.
That's an elite tight end right there.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact.
Look at that. Get off me. Stepped over both of them dudes. Knocked him down, too. If he didn't have all them dudes. So get off me.
And kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Man, if they didn't have help, he was gone. Now let's go back to the ground.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
Damn. Try to get to the back.
For right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Oh, they coming from the line pretty tough.
Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw.
Oh.
And a dangerous throw there as that's not.
That was a dangerous throw. I'll give you that. That was a dangerous throw.
Jalen Waddle there. 3rd down here. Back to throw here. Flush to his right.
Forgot I can run, huh?
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use the speed,
I ain't making 300 pounds. This is my muscle body, like 275.
that makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Good catch.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he's
That's right. Touchdown.
Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the
Yeah, they
field,
did.
and that your blockers can get
They figured I was coming up the middle.
And when
I
they
learned
do,
that play this season.
race to the pylon, and this time,
That fullback, that halfback toss is hard to beat. Even though he was tired. I just wanted to put points on the board because,
Kick the extra point.
yeah, go for 1. Kick the points. Trust our defense. We got a stellar defense.
So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
I'll be guarding the deep ball.
Down the field in 8 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The numbers from McLaurin a week ago: 5 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
There's Garoppolo on first and 10. Looking left side, and he's got him in.
Got him down. Good tackle. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo out there throwing balls. Oh, okay. I was like, who do they have as a quarterback out here throwing this around like that?
Somehow able to muscle his way open. And
Now I'm going to respect that deep ball a little bit more. Go cover 4.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it'll bring up third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Somebody get to him. Jesus.
I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His
Good
mechanics
coverage on the
are
backfield,
exactly
backside, y'all.
footwork that led to the incompletion.
Good coverage.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well, it was you. To be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. A give to Harris. Bust through the tackle.
That's called a power back right there.
Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
That's a power back right there.
First half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching
The blocking
way
on
he
the
creates
line.
space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Coup now for the point after.
Nothing against Miles Sanders, but that boy power is like, I gotta have that.
And he's got it.
I had to go out and get a trade in for him.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards.
He almost got away.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
I didn't even get to the quarterback.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's.
Oh, I was about to say, I didn't even get to the quarterback. 1st and 20.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Garoppolo.
Good sack.
Taken down.
Brandon Graham.
And know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
He gonna space it out. Cover 6.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A handoff for Gibson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
That's right, TJ. Good tackle, Edwards. Good tackle, TJ.
I love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling that maybe we don't give enough credit.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
It's going to be blocking the back. I saw him hit him in the back. Come on, Harris.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Back to throw now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
That was an excellent
That's right,
job
Coach.
recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throw right side.
That's right. Dallas.
Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory.
That's right.
Now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing to win every week, bro. I'm playing to win every week.
Now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25.
See, the Jaguars used to have Josh Allen on the line. He wants $91 million, but when you look at it, he's one of the best. He can be one of the best left ends in the NFL. They put him at linebacker because they needed him, but I'm about to leave him on the line.
Which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball
Pinch dog.
First downs and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Play action. Garoppolo.
Get him, Edwards.
That one caught by the tight end Bates. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive.
Good thing he pulled up. He threw the ball away.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do.
Yeah, they're starting to go. They're starting to try to put it downfield a little bit.
Together some drives.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Shit, I moved the last second. Get to him. Get to him. Get to him. Dang.
And that's incomplete.
Good defense, though. Good defense regardless.
Work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
He got that.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Great graphics. Now that we got things set to 1080p, them graphics gonna come through pretty much better. Like, look at that. On that toe drag, way better than 900p. 900 or 720. Whatever it was. Let's go with cover 4 quarters. I feel like they're trying to stretch us.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Come here. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This
Come on,
is
get to him.
2nd and
Get to him.
long. Winds up and
Oh my
loses
God.
it for
Oh
six.
my God.
It's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down to
You.
Philadelphia territory.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me,
He caught me off guard. He went fast point and he went across the field. I think that's I think that's our free safety territory, our strong safety. He's still learning, so
So how about this
You know.
field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As
It's a
the
tight
clock's
game.
gonna Stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
come here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
no, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
That's right. Who was that?
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Jay Edwards.
Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that
Good
sound
block
of paper
shedding,
being ripped to
TJ.
shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far.
That's why I kept him around. He's a tough ego in real life. He's starting to show himself as a real defender.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3.
So what, they not gonna go for the field goal now?
As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane open.
Let's go.
Past the 30.
Let's go.
He's at the 40. The 20.
That's right, Waddle.
He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
Oh yeah, that was a great run.
A full head of steam there. Able to connect on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
Great run back before this end of the second. Great run.
The Eagles leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston.
Okay, the Giants beating the Texans. I'm not surprised.
Away with the road victory. Saquon Barkley over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a
that rookie got 2 touchdowns.
Well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game, and they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers.
Okay, they beating the Niners.
Stafford, 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities. Check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs.
And the Vikings 0-3 this year. I mean 0-2.
Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half.
Throw it deep and pay attention to the deep ball because they didn't throw a lot of deep balls on us.
All right, Coach, thanks very much.
And we get the ball back at half. Let's go. Let's go.
Quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports?
Oh, not so lucky this time.
Coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter, and they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that.
Oh, they're stacking the box.
That defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Flushed out right. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Great catch, Waddle.
Go out near midfield at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen
if he didn't have help downfield, that was a touchdown.
They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Great catch.
On the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Oh.
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
That was a dangerous throw, but it got in there. It got in there. Juju. Great catch, Juju.
22 yards there, a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed.
So you got to stop and set your feet. Even though I can throw on the run, I like stopping and setting my feet because I feel as though it gets the pass there better than just like a wobbly pass. All right, let's put a little bit more run on them. What we got? Let's go with the dive. They are stacking the box.
First and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left.
Oh.
That one drops down, incomplete.
It's cool. It's okay.
There forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's second and 10. They'll run one with Harris.
Najee. They don't want it. And we got Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell on the bench, and Jordan Howard. He's just the number one.
Got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
Smith.
He will find
That's
Smith
right.
in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week and another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Just work on them, man. Teams can come back. Be the fourth quarter, that Madden stuff where they just start scoring touchdowns on you. Ain't nothing you could do. And plus, I want a first-round bye. I know this is only the second game of the season, but I want a first-round bye if I can get it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the deep.
Give me that.
Territory. Coughs up the football.
That's right.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Put the big hit on him.
Extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Great tackle, Jack.
25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson.
Met him at the line.
At about the 35. They give him a
Are they going to come across the line or are they going to go deep on us? So let's do this. Let's bring...
good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
Let's bring the free safety.
That strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was.
Damn, didn't stop him.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Oh, shit. I'm not going to lie. That kind of back and forth pass that they just did, that was some different stuff right there. They caught me a little slipping on that one.
When teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick
Get him.
you make some
That's right.
Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
On second down now, it's Gibson.
The
And
defense.
the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Got him.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough.
Good defense, Jack.
Down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well.
See if we can get Najee to 100 yards.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Dallas.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Ooh.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right.
Dallas.
Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas got